Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. The daily shaves are still rolling. I've got a lot of videos that I've just sort of recorded and I'm basically just releasing one a day. So because I do head and face shaves and unboxings and other bits of shit, they do generally get one a day. And it just gives me a little bit of a break. If I want to have a shave off camera, I can just have one and I've got a video coming out anyway. That's the way I'm looking at it. Probably driving everyone nuts, but hey ho. Right, the soap for today. I've got it in here. Now I've managed to squish it in here along with the other soap that I have. Now you won't be able to see because what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wipe my face first. I've got a little bit of water on this soap. I have used it very recently. I'm just going to pop the soaking water on my hands. Oh, it's a really nice scent. I do like this scent. I just hope. The reason I'm using it again today, and the soap is the Swedish Witch Black Pepper, is because I was under the impression that I reacted to it last time I used it. I am now under the impression that it was the wet razor that caused the issue with the blades, the old ancient blades, and I think that may be the problem. So let's just see how we go today. Using a synthetic to sort of eradicate any brush burn that could occur if I was using a natural hairbrush. This is a 25mm black wool fan, and it is Purple Haze cast. Now Peter Wolf doesn't make these casts, he buys them in. Doesn't always have them, but if he does, he makes a great brush. I'm quite blocked up with hay fever today. Oh, I know what it is, it's not hay fever, it's bloody chemicals. If you've got kids, it's like, I've got three. I've got a 15-year-old girl, 12-year-old boy and a 10-year-old boy. Their bathroom is it's feral, it's disgusting. And we keep on top of it as best we can, but my daughter, because she's at home all the time, that's supposed to be her one main chore, do the bathroom, and of course, it hasn't been done. So here we go, I'm going to load up the Swedish Witch into this beautiful knot. So yeah, I've been using a lot of probably too strong chemicals, and not wearing a mask when you should be wearing a mask. I know that from my carpet cleaning training about chemicals and inhaling them. I do try to hold my breath and things and jump out there. I hold my breath most of the time, jump out and take a big breath of fresh air, but you can't get away from it completely without a mask, and I don't have one. Right, so there we go. The brush is loaded. I've got absolutely no idea how long that load was. I don't think it was too long, to be honest. I'm just going to scoop out the excess. So yeah, it took me a little while to squish this into this bowl, but for some reason, whatever I did to it by squishing it all in, it softened it a bit, so it's way more pliable than it was to begin with. The other soap, the citrus one, it's still very much firm. It was real hard to press into the bowl, so I've pressed it into the same bowl. I'm hoping the label sticker stays on there. I'm not happy with the label, and I put that on myself. I can only blame myself, but because there's an indent in the bowl, it creased it all the way around. So hopefully it survives. Right, let's start painting the load on. Start creating the lard. Now I'm sticking with the Feather Artist Club, and I'll tell you why. I had a bit of almost a milestone or a breakthrough shave with it yesterday. I called the video almost shaving like getting closer to the Diamond Dave shave, where I'm getting quicker, it's getting more comfortable, I'm finding angles a lot easier, and I don't want to lose that over the course of doing a few DE shaves. I want to try and get it built up nice and strong, that they call it muscle memory, but that sort of shaving technique, so that whenever I do put it down and pick up a DE a few times, I can pick it straight back up and I'm not at detriment for it. So I'm going to use it pretty much until the wet blades come. Let's see how we go. So I'm just going to dip and paint some water in. Now the scent on this is really light, but it is black pepper, and it does smell like black pepper. Now black pepper being a spice can react to your skin, and that was my thought process when I had quite irritated skin after the WEC shave. However, having since used the WEC on my face twice more, once a little bit and the other time almost a pass. I've realised now that, that the wick, actually, the blade that's in there, isn't doing my skin any justice. Right, I'm going to spray this brush now because this lather looks like it's about to explode. But I could be wrong. It could very well be the soap, but we'll find out with this shave. Now this is Sarah Lundstrom's lard base, or tallow base, whatever you want to call it, with lanolin. So it's along that sort of Mitchell's wool fat lines with the lanolin and the tallow. And I must say, even though my skin was quite irritated after the last time I used this a few days ago, it still had a fantastic post shave. This is such a nice knob. Definitely lathers very, very easily. It's got a different consistency to the vegetal base. I actually find the vegetal base to be a little bit heavier and denser, which is unusual. Or at least in my experience it is. Look at that. Just been watching Jack over at the virtual grooming this morning using a shave stick, palm olive shave stick, and he got a cracking lather out of it. His lather technique does work though, the way he does his lather, so I'm just going to use a bit of his now. I'm just going to wet the tips of the brush and just paint some water into what is pretty much a finished lather. And just this little paint of water just takes the lather to that hydrated status that I want for a straight shave or a chevet shave. So you see now it's got smaller peaks that sort of collapse quicker. So that's perfect. There is the lather, you can see the shine on there. Absolutely stunning. Right, the chevet, as I spoke about earlier, is the Feather Artist Club stainless steel. And I'm just going to dry my left hand. I don't know why I've got this thing about putting two hands in the sink at the same time. The old muscle memory, there you go. Just something that happens that I don't really need to do. I've just stuck my hand in the water again. Let's try it again. Let's do it again. There we go, and here we go. And I really want to use a bit more with the Wolfman, but I'm actually really enjoying using this chevet a whole heap more than I ever thought I would. And at the end of the day, yes, I'm going to cut myself a lot more, I'm going to have a lot more weepers along the way, but I do think there is something about this chevet shaving that does rise a little bit above a DE if you can get it right and if you've got the time and the patience to spend with it, which I generally don't. I think just in general, the better you become with this as well. There is I agree with Jack on this, and most straight razor shavers and Chevette shavers agree with it. You get much more satisfaction out of a good shave with this. Than you can get with a DE. I just don't think. I still haven't had as close a shave as I've had with a DE. I've been close, I've been very close to that type of shave with this razor, and I'm getting better with every shave. Slickness is brilliant. And so far, absolutely, excuse me, I keep burping. Just had some sweet potato, homemade sweet potato balls with some chickpeas and stuff through it. And a little bit gassy. Oh, a little hole, look at that. What do you reckon? Pretty good stuff. Needs a bit of water. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So easy to work with. It really works well, this soap. Now the only downside to Chevette shaving, and it's a very minor downside, is it does take more time in the beginning, definitely. I'm getting quicker with it. I'm still nowhere near Diamond Dave standards, but I'm getting there. And look, it's not about shaving fast, it's about shaving well and enjoying it. Just dry my hands off real good so I can get a grip on my cheek, hopefully. There we go. Right, I'll go from right to left now. Even little things like that, just touching up, doing sort of same strokes over certain areas. When you find the angle with a Chevette and you get it right more often than not, I do find like that there would have caused me a few issues when I first started doing it. I learned that from watching Johan Granot over at Shaving Butcher, the pulling the cheek and across the lip. When I first started it, I used to get a lot of weepers here and weepers there, and it was a bit irritating, and it wasn't very, very comfortable. Now, I don't really have that problem. It's very easy to do, it's comfortable, the blade slides through. So far, so good. There we go, against the grain, sort of. Right, try my hand off here. Here we go, left hand. Lovely jubbly. Just gets better and better. It's just one of those things that the more you do it, the better you become. I recently watched Jim Will Shave, or Jim, I think it's Jim Will Shave. Really funny guy. But he just used the shavette as his unfamiliar shave. I think he was tagged by Steve Walker, same as myself. And he drew some blood, I tell you, but he was using, I think it was a Bluebeard's Revenge, or a Dreadnought, this is lovely, a slick Dreadnought razor, shavette, which uses a half of a DE razor blade. Now I, personally, when I used them, didn't get a very good shave from them. I struggled. And I think I probably still would, because there's something about these blades and this razor that's very comfortable and nice to use. But if I were to pick up a standard double-edged razor shavette now, could I shave with it better? I think I could. I guess what I'm getting at is really try and persevere, just go for it. Keep doing it and you will get better. If you go back through my videos, which is a lot of them using this razor now, from the very first one to now, there's an enormous difference in how comfortable I am and how much I move the razor about, how easy it is to move the razor around. I think I've just jabbed myself there. See, I did say I am going to cut myself a lot more from now. It's just the way it is. Still not proficient with it. Definitely better with it, that's for sure. Go from right to left now, in fact, to be honest with you. I think I have, just, it's very small. I just jabbed it and it was done. Right, let us finish off, or sort of finish off. That's the bit that's really intriguing me about these razors. Of course, I nearly smashed that in my forehead there. I nearly did it again. Is that it's the fact that I'm getting down here and shaving and not getting weepers. I generally get them with a DE razor almost every time. Right, that's really slick. I'm just going to put a little bit here. And just come up against the grain here. Excellent. Right, now the great news is I know it's not the soap I reacted to. The soap is brilliant, it lathers super easily. I do like the scent on this one, the black pepper. I love black pepper. I have it on pretty much every meal, no matter what it is. It's in every single dish that I cook pepper. It's not left out of anything. Curries, soups, pasta dishes, you name it, it is in it, apart from fruit. Don't go very well with fruit, I don't think. And again, I've never really tried. It might be nice with cheese and fruit. But the soap is great. It lathers up great. I don't think this version is better than the Vegetal, but I'm going to compare them both together. I will try both together at the same time and see what I come up with. I think Vegetal base is better so far. But this is the first shave I've had with it where I've had no irritation. The last time I used it I had quite a bit of irritation, but it was from the razor blade in the wick. So let's see. Whether anything changes now that I've got no irritation really, other than a little bit just on here, but that's over shaving, that's nothing to do with the soap. And it's probably the hardest bit to shave on your face really. Definitely, God, this has still got soap in it, can you see that? See all that there? That means there's still soap in this knot. I'm just going to continue on with it and get it out just to show you what your knot should look like when you finish it, especially with a synthetic. It's a little bit easier with a natural hair brush in general, but with synthetics I like to get all the soap out, even though these things never shed. You're very unlucky if you get a shedding synthetic knot, or if you get a shit synthetic knot like I am CBB, Chris over I am CBB got recently. I actually thought it was a badger knot that was shedding, but it wasn't. It was an artificial knot or a synthetic. Right, so that there, I don't know whether you can see the difference, but that's pretty much how you want your knot to look like once you finish with it. When you run your fingers over it, it goes back the way it should. There's nothing sticking out the sides, there's nothing looks out of place, there's no big divots and holes in it. Your knot should look with the synthetic at the end, once it's been cleaned out, rinsed out, flicked and dried, as it did at the beginning when it was dry. Oh, my throat's killing me now. The Swedish Witch, black pepper, lard and lanolin base. It's a very light scent, but it is black pepper, and it's not really noticeable during the shave. You get a little whiff of it here and there, but because it's so light and uniform, you don't really, it doesn't linger, and it's not a scent that would affect a post shave of anything really. It's so light. But obviously pepper, it is a spice in it. It's a spice in essence. It is a spice, and it can cause irritation, I would imagine. So if you've got real sensitive skin, black pepper's maybe not the best one to go for. The brush, as you just saw, is an absolute cracker from Wolf Whiskers, made by Peter Wolf over in the States. Peter's a beautiful guy to work with, he's a really nice guy. His process of actually getting the brush and things, if you've got something in mind and it's not in his shop, it's going to take you longer. If you've got something that's straight out of the shop like that, then it's a piece of piss, and his brushes are impeccable. There are no striations, no marks, no nothing on these. They're just, you can't, without holding one in your hand, you never really quite know. You know, turning shave's the same, craving shaving is the same. Right, Feather Artist Club SS. That blade, I think, has done about 20 shaves now, and it is still silky smooth, and as you can see, I'm getting no real dramas with it. I did one weeper there, I thought I'd cut myself there, maybe I didn't, I don't know. I thought there was a little bit of blood, but it's gone already. And everywhere else, it's just brilliant. Now, it's not as close as I get with a DE, granted, at the moment, but I think I will get there eventually, where that might even outshave a DE for me, because at the moment I'm getting 3 pass shaves with no blood, and that's a good starting point, really, isn't it, for any shave. I'm just going to finish off now with AP Reserve Essentials Restoration Peptide Concentrate Serum. This has been a daily driver in the den since I got it. And with wet hands, just damp hands, and one squirt or one pump from the bottle, it gives you a lot of coverage, and it really does work. I have to really, there's a lot of doubters, a lot of people out there that don't like APR, and look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm not here to change your opinion or alter it or anything. I'm just here to look at products for what they are. If you handed me that bottle and it had no labelling on it whatsoever, and I told you it was 50 bucks, you could buy it from here, you never knew who it was made by, you would probably go and buy it because it's freaking brilliant. It's really good stuff. Now, Peter Charkalis over at Ariane and Evans is creating some amazing serums and pre-shave serums and post-shave serums and stuff like that. The man's passionate, super passionate, and I'm pretty sure his stuff will be excellent as well. So I am hoping to get hold of his Kaizen base, or Kaizen, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, because it looks exceptionally good. Like, every soap out there is brilliant now. There isn't a bad artisan on the market now. Everyone's making great soaps. They're all slick, they're all cushiony, they're all protective, they're all fluffy and white, and they all do the same thing now, as far as I'm concerned. The main things are you can react to the fragrances, too much fragrance oils against essential oils, unfragranced. That's all the things that come into account. And then obviously there's the vegan and vegetal base, and the tallow or animal based products as well. So, but really, if you look at artisanal shaving soaps from what they are now, there's no bad artisans anymore. There's only what you like, really. So if you like someone, or you like a product, or you like something, just use it. You know, buy it and use it. Use it for what the product is, and use it because you enjoy it. Don't use it because the guy that makes it's an arsehole. Sorry, don't not use it even though you love it because the guy's an arsehole, you don't like him, or the company's just not got the right ethics or ethos for you. If you like something and it works, just use it. You know, it's as simple as that. Do what makes you happy, really. I've done a lot of things over the last 10 years that haven't made me happy, and I've tried to cope with it and haven't. So do what makes you happy, and stop fucking listening to other people, and just do your own thing. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.